There's a reason why Five Guys doesn't taste like any other fast food burger. And it's not the toppings, and it's not the buns. For the longest time, I've wondered what exactly they do to make their burgers so tender and satisfying. And I've come to realize one specific thing they do on the grill that no one talks about. How do I know this? I watch training videos. From the formation of the patties to how they are cooked, how they're assembled, and even how they're wrapped. It's the little details that allows Five Guys to set itself apart. And today I'm showing you how it's done, and more specifically, how I order my burger. This is the Five Guys bacon cheeseburger at home. Now the first thing is the beef, and they use 80/20 chuck. I've got some prime chuck here, the best freshly ground beef I could find at the market. And we're going with 3.5 ounce patties. And see how loose the fibers of the meat are? That's important. Then what we're gonna do is just gently roll it into a ball, no pressure. We're gonna put it on a parchment, on a sheet tray right over here. That's why fresh ground beef is important, because otherwise you get that industrial stuff. It's packed tightly. You're never gonna get a tender burger out of it. Again, we're being very gentle, very light, barely having it bind together. Then we take another one, the way they stack it on top of each other, and then they smash it into patties. Not technically a smash burger, there's a smash involved, and the smash is also sort of what makes it special. Now, of course, you could just take the patty and just smash it into a little patty like that. Burger patties are prepped. These are gonna go in the fridge until we're ready to cook them. Now, to me, a Five Guys burger is like not really fitting into a fast food burger. My favorite fast food burger is In-N-Out, but one of my favorite burgers in general, anywhere, for any circumstance, is a Five Guys burger. One of the reasons is fun toppings. And with those toppings, there's a lot of different variety you can have. And personally, I'm a bacon cheeseburger guy with jalapenos and cooked onions. And remember, a cheeseburger is 2 patties, a little cheeseburger is 1 patty. We're gonna go with the regular cheeseburger. We cut enough onions for about 2 burgers. Just run the knife along those lines, running across the onion, and we're just gonna give them a dice. And for me, it's very rare you see jalapeno offered at a burger spot. We're gonna go in, thinly sliced jalapeno. Then of course we need bacon. Now, we're gonna be using a griddle. Besides the burgers, we just need to cook the bacon nice and crisp. And since I like to cook bacon in a cold pan or oven, we can get this on the flat top while the griddle heats up. It's gonna cook our bacon, so when the onions and bacon are done, we can cook our burgers no problem. Now, as I've shown you over the last 8 years, I'm a bit of a stickler for quality ingredients. But the sad reality is most markets have a limited selection of quality meats and seafoods, and most of them of questionable quality, at least in my opinion. But I've got a solution. Our sponsor today, Good Chop's, essentially going to guarantee quality American sourced meats and seafoods delivered to your door or your money back. Good Chop is a fully customizable meat and seafood delivery service. Every Good Chop product comes from an American farm and fishery. Not most of them, all of them. From the beef to the seafood to the chicken. Everything is flash frozen and vacuum sealed at the peak of freshness, then shipped right to your door. You pick your plan and you can choose from over 100 cuts and save up to 70% on premium proteins. And personally, I actually think pork tenderloin is one of the most underutilized proteins that you could buy, which is why I always make sure I get myself a pork tenderloin. Super affordable piece of meat, easy to cook, hard to screw up. One of the best cuts that you're probably not using enough of. Good Chop has over 3,000 verified 5-star reviews from happy customers. And they are so confident in the quality of their meat and seafood that they're willing to offer a 100% money back guarantee. So go to goodchop.com/YouTube and use the code 50NACS to get $50 off plus free shipping on your first order. That's $50 off plus free shipping at goodchop.com/YouTube. Use the code 50NACS. The link's gonna be down in the description. First step is to get half of the griddle onto the heat. You can also use a pan for this, of course. Get it on medium-high heat, and then we're gonna place the bacon on the cold pan. That cold pan allows that fat to render. So by the time that fat's rendered, the bacon is also crispy. Bit of a foolproof trick for bacon. We're gonna keep an eye on those while we get started on our onion. Get a pan on medium-high heat and add a little bit of butter to the pan. Once that butter starts sizzling, then we can go ahead and add in our diced onions. Season with salt, and we're just gonna let those cook down, get nice and caramelized, nice and soft and aromatic. After a few minutes, that one side of the bacon should be getting slightly brown. We can give them a flip. Top guys are cooking a little slower, so I'll let them go a little longer. Remember, there's no heat from here on out. One thing to note about the bacon at Five Guys is it's definitely more on the crispier side. I actually think Five Guys deep fries their bacon, but we're not gonna do that. Now, whenever you think some are done, you can transfer them off the griddle and let them drain on a paper towel. Our onions are looking good. They're brown, they're caramelized, they've softened. Once the onions are cooked, we're gonna get them into a bowl. For the buns, we've got a potato sesame seed roll. They make their buns custom to them, so for us, sort of making our own, this is gonna be basically the best thing you're gonna get on the market. Something that's not gonna kind of crumble under all the pressure of the ingredients. And then, very importantly, we're gonna need a foil sheet. First step is to toast the buns. Now, Five Guys actually uses 2 griddles, one for the burger patties and then one at a lower temperature for the buns. And we got our griddle at around 325. That should be enough to nice and gently brown the buns. When we get our burgers on, we're gonna raise the heat. Once the buns are toasted, we prep the buns. Both sides, I like to go with ketchup. They do 3 rounds. Next up, yellow mustard. If you don't like yellow mustard, just trust. I don't like yellow mustard either, but it does something. 2 circles. We're going with the jalapenos first. They always put a decent amount on. Next, the onions. And then on the bottom bun, again, we're building everything. It's usually a good amount of bacon on there. On here, you would put the wet stuff, like the lettuce, the pickles, the tomatoes, if you're using those. Then the patty goes on here, and we close it up. Now we cook the burgers. First up, make sure our flat top's nice and hot, at least around 400 degrees. Now we're gonna do 2 patties. First patty, a gentle press just to flatten out that surface. Same thing with the next patty. Now here's the very specific process. We let that sit on that side for 30 seconds. We're first creating a sear on that first side. We're not going to salt it just yet. We're gonna give them the flip. And this is when we're going to smash it. You're almost gonna take that sear and then break it apart. And this is what I believe contributes to that incredible tenderness. And we're not smashing them super flat. We're just shaping them. We're spreading it out, breaking that crust up. Then we're gonna move it back to the hot spot. Now we're gonna season with salt. We're gonna cook it on that side for another 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, flip, cook for another 30 seconds, and then add the cheese to 1 patty. After 30 seconds, add 1 patty on top of the cheese, and that's ready to be served. Then it gets placed right on top of the bacon, put a top on, and then we need the final step, which is to wrap it in the foil. And this is going to almost rest it, steam the bun, make everything sort of homogeneous. It's sort of the iconic aspect of these burgers. After a few minutes, and that's what a Five Guys burger looks like when you open it. Cheese sort of like frayed at the edges from sticking to the foil. That's pretty damn close. I love a Shake Shack, in and out, all those kind of fast food style burgers, but this scratches a different itch. All the flavors, the sauces, the textures. It's nice. Recipe's gonna be down in the description. That's all that I have today. I'll see you next time. Until then, take care of yourself and go feed yourself.